I just need one person. It's Christmas at the homeless Hilton. It's Christmas. This was working, but oh, there's the battery. Battery. There's the battery. Aren't there any Jewish people who don't have anything to do today? I probably could make this work, but alas. Kyoki. Come here, boy. Here's my new dog. My new dog. Look at all the dogs I got, and Kyoki's the new guest dog. Come here, Kyoki. Kyoki, boy. So we got a guest dog. Kyoki. Come here, Kyoki. Mr. White is my son. My son. Oh, come here. Oh, lovings. Lovings. This is so much more lovings than any family that I've ever had. I don't want to hold it like that. Come here, guys. Lovings. 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 Hi, Kyoki. Lovings. Yes, mister. Yes, Mr. Boy. Yes. Yes, this is something that my family could never do on Christmas. Never. Hi, Satori. Hi, baby girl. Hi, Kyoki. Mr. Man. Mr. Do. He's a big boy. He's a big boy, huh? Wah. Oh, Mr. Lovings. Mr. Hey. No, we're nice. Come on, nice. It's Christmas, guys. We're nice on Christmas. Oh, 2 people. Aloha. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. They're excited. 21 people. Holy crap. They're excited for Christmas. Are you excited? Yes, for Christmas. Excited for Christmas. I have nothing else to do but this. Hello. Hi, fans. This is what I'm doing for Christmas. Oh, I know what we can do. We can make it seem like Christmas. Watch this. Come here, guys. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. Woo! Woo! It's Christmas. Woo! Yeah! You know, at one time, my father, when we were kids, he got a whole bunch of cash, a bunch of ones from the bank. Woo! And he threw them up in the air and showered his children in ones, like a gangster. But he wasn't a gangster. He was an entrepreneur. Probably had gotten it from gambling. I'm not sure. But that is such a terrible way to introduce your children to money, by showering them in cash. Isn't it? They're so happy now. Look at my dogs. There's endless dog. Look, it's Christmas, guys. And I got them all these bones. I got big bones and little bones. And the beautiful thing about having non-humans for Christmas is there's no pressure. There's no pressure to buy presents. So even I buy them special bones, they don't really know that it's for Christmas or not. They're just like, oh, it's something special. I don't know. So you guys got to like and subscribe. Hello, Grandma. I'm not a grandma. I am a dog mom, but let's see. Maybe I'm a grandma because Satori is my first child, right? Satori is my doggess. And then these are Satori's kids. So these are Satori's kids. This is my border dog, Kiyoki. He's staying with us until Saturday. And then we're getting another big dog. And then we're getting another big dog. So over time, I'm boarding 3 dogs at different times. So the way that I have resolved to live with my animals is that, look at my sad construction light. I had to turn the light off because I found that I couldn't sleep with it blinking in my bedroom. Too much. Huh? Let's see how fast they can eat it. Woo, 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 woo. So anyway, that's how my dad introduced us to cash flow. Cash flow. I'm gonna put that up there. What are you guys doing today? I did not really participate in Christmas, and I'm okay with that. I don't know. I think it's like an exchange, right? So if some human wants to participate with me, then I'll definitely do it. Then I'll be like, okay, it's a gift exchange. I get it. Even getting these special bones and stuff was expensive. Dog treats are not cheap. Look at this is Tuxedo. She's the love bug. She's like, I got two. I got one in my arms and one for later. Huh, Tuxedo? Look at these guys. Woo, woo, woo. It's Christmas. And I like some Christmas music, so I'm listening to Mariah Carey and Jennifer Hudson, and I like Tony Bennett and Nancy Wilson. I like old jazz because I'm a singer. That's one of the goals that I'm going to go after later when I get stable. I'm pretty stable now, but I'm still like houseless, so there's no electricity and there's no running water. So like the reason why I'm not really able to pursue many things is because the lack of electricity and water means that you have to spend time in your day to charge stuff at Starbucks, and then you have to spend time in your week. Every 3 days you have to go get water, and I have to lug 15 gallons of water down the hill. Hey, no fighting. There's plenty for everybody. No fight. We had kind of a rough night. It's hard to integrate a pack of dogs with new dogs sometimes. It takes some hours, but we have boarded dogs before, so, and it's very, very busy during the holidays because everybody else has their bio family to go visit. And in Hawaii, we have a rabies-free state, so it's really difficult to go to the mainland with your dog. You can't just go to the mainland with your dog, which I found out the hard way because the quarantine rules are that you have to, like the technology for testing for rabies has a 3-month window, and it's like too long. So that means you have to stay 90 days. You have to stay out for 90 days. Hey, stop that! This girl, you have plenty. Here. Don't be selfish. I'll take them from you. You have to get a test before, right when you touch down on the mainland, and then 90 days later, like you get the vaccine before you leave Hawaii, and then you take a test as soon as, I don't remember. You take a test right when you're ready to leave or something. I forget because I haven't gone in a while. But it takes like 90 days for it to process. So you have to stay in the mainland for 90 days. So it's only good if you're actually going to move here or do a really extended trip with your dogs. Or you can visit other rabies-free states and countries. Japan is a rabies-free country. Australia is a rabies-free country. Let's see, P the Diddler. That's funny. P the Diddler. Are you still there? Hi, guys. So I went no contact with my bio family 4 years ago because they're just emotionally immature and they're pretty much stuck in the illusion of Christmas and spending tons of money on people and and then we were trying to upkeep the illusion of Christmas for a little while, and then my mom had this little blowout, and then she decided that she did, because my parents got divorced when I was 12, but for the sake of the grandchildren, we would have Christmases together as a family, just for one day, and it was going well when the kids were younger. Come here, boo-boos. When the grandkids were younger, and then my mom decided like 4 or 5 years into it that she no longer wanted to have Christmas with her ex-husband, which split up the whole thing that we were trying to do, and we no longer had our second family Christmas because, you know, my sisters are both married, so they would have Christmas with our family, and then which is all of my nieces and nephews, and then my dad and my mom. And then my mom decided, no, I'm not having Christmas with my ex-husband, which I guess is understandable, but you kind of gotta do things for the kids, right? And for the kids, including us adult kids, and the kids, including your grandkids. But my mom, that's the thing that makes them narcissists, you see. They can only think about their own feelings and the short term. And so my mom decided like 4 years into it that she no longer wanted to do Christmas, and that kind of broke up the whole spirit of everything. And we no longer had a Christmas on that side of the family. And then when I tried to do it, and then I went to Japan for 3 years. So me being alone for Christmas is really normal. And then one time I tried to do a little sharing circle with my bio family, and I said, let's go around in a circle and say what we appreciate about the person next to us. And my family was like, they couldn't do it. They were like, ah, it was so awkward, and it was silent. And then the kids were just like, let's open presents. And that was such a disappointment for me and an embarrassment that, like, I burst into tears. And did I burst into tears at that moment? Pretty soon after. The guys went into the kitchen to take shots, and nobody said anything, and it was like the most awkward thing ever. They could not share what they appreciated about each other as a family. That made them so upset, so awkward. They couldn't do it. And I remember I went to a lover's house and got cuddled by him. Yay! And so then after that, I would just protest going to Christmas at my family's house. And I would work as an escort. I used to be an escort. And I would be like the Christmas angel for the lonely souls at Christmas. And then, let's see, when I was a Tantra goddess, I was in Japan. And one time, I had gotten a really amazing client. Well, I thought he was amazing, but really he was a narcissist too. So when you are raised by narcissists, you have this vibration that kind of attracts the same thing that you had when you were growing up. Until you start your own family and break that generational cycle. So, when I lived in Tokyo, I had a pseudo-tantra client who pretended to want to learn about tantra, but really he was just trying to hold me captive in financial fawning he got me an apartment in Tokyo, which was like my dream, and also gave me a bunch of money, which was really great. So I got my hair done, and I had the ability to look really beautiful and go to clubs on New Year's Eve. But I was also alone that Christmas. So I've had so many Christmases by myself that I'm pretty much used to it by this time. And I don't feel lonely. Even before I had my dogs, I've really acclimated to that reality, and like it's been a way for me to reflect on the year and get ready for New Year's Eve, which I really like, because New Year's Eve doesn't require anything for you. Sometimes it requires capitalism. I don't know if I'm gonna go out. I don't go out at all anymore, because when you're houseless, like I said, getting the 15 gallons of water and having to charge your batteries and stuff like that, it's exhausting. And then having to take out the dogs. So I really love that I'm able to watch other people's dogs, and it's a way for me to make money by being by fulfilling need. And I'm looking forward to 2026 because I looked at all my achievements for 25, and I'm really very, very proud of the huge strides I made. I've lived in this place for over a year and a half, so I am stable. And we sleep well at night on our lovely bed. Bed meeting, guys. When I say bed meeting, then everybody comes. Bed meeting, bed meeting. It says rotate device back. Orientation is locked. Anyways, when I call bed meeting, then everybody comes to the bed. And honestly, like I said, I've acclimated to just not spending money. And I think it's kind of funny that people not only spend money on gifts, but they spend money on getting inflatable lawn characters. It's a lot of money. I don't know that even when I have money that I'm going to do all that. But like I said, if I have someone who wants to participate in it, then I probably will. And that'll be fun. And I have every hope and desire that the future will hold love exchanges with more people. In fact, when my chosen mother was alive, she's Jewish. She used to get me something, and that was wonderful. I used to go to San Francisco and see my friends and my chosen mom, and that was like the highlight, not my bio family. So having gone no contact with my family, and most of my Christmas memories with them are not that great. And having recently become 100% sober, woo! I haven't drank alcohol for 4 years, which coincidentally lines up with me going no contact with my family. And I decided to stop smoking weed until I got out of poverty. And how I did that was I went back in time to a time in which I didn't smoke weed every day, and I accessed that person. She was 17. I was not smoking weed for 17 years, even though my family was still the same, right? So I didn't cope with drugs or marijuana when I was a child. I just coped somehow by biting my fingers and disassociating naturally. But really, I went back to a time when I was sober, and I asked my young self what she needed in order to help me with this new goal of quitting weed, so that I could only smoke weed when I have enough money to smoke, because I used to spend $200 and a lot of time actually going to dispensaries, and my medical marijuana prescription expired this year, and I was gonna have to go to the doctor, get a new one, and pay for all that. Someone asked me a good question, and that would have cost another $150, $200, and I didn't have that on top of the $200 that I already spend a month buying an ounce of weed. So I figured that I really cannot. And then my car died. The miracle of Christmas really is that my car is still running. I think I've said this in videos before. But yeah, that is totally a miracle. And so I believe in miracles. You can create miracles every day. I hope that even though, you know, things might be not going well with your family and you're still in contact with your family, that you can find strength to go no contact, and or leave your abuser or whatever, you know, it may be. I am speaking to you that you inside have more strength than you know. Maybe you have to, I used internal family systems basically to access and speak to the part of me that used to be sober. So of all the things that I've tried to stop smoking weed, I think that was the final frontier for me, my great Mount Everest that I scaled in 2025. Because I've smoked weed for 27 years every day. And so somehow this November, I was able to access an opening, and when I would, you know, try to quit for like a week or a month, I'd always have a downward spiral into depression. And so that's why I got kind of sucked back into smoking every day, because I was really unhappy when I was sober. And I just, the pain and the depression that would happen during that abstention was too much, usually, which is usually the case. So I used IFS, internal family systems, to explore a way to be sober. And also it's like, I acknowledge that it's temporary, and I can imagine myself smoking again when I have more money. But this Christmas we are sober, and we are with dogs. And so, wishing you and your animals a very Merry Christmas.